Hey there, gamers. Gamerdad here for the Gamescape Network, your source for the whole landscape of gaming, if that made any sense. Today we are going to be playing the Star Wars card game, also known as Star Wars Living Card Game. We're going to be playing with Delta546
945.
I'm horrible with numbers. Never any good at math. So he's already set up his board. I just wanted to do this for anybody that's never played before, which is a lot of people, I believe. Even though this is a really interesting and tactical and fun game. I am playing the light side. Delta's playing the dark side. And I'm using Jedi affiliation, and he'll be using Sith affiliation. And that is part of like the resource gathering. If you ever played Magic the Gathering,
Very close to that.
right? It's like that's his mountain, and this is my, forest or whatever it is. But the first thing, this is an objective-based game. The light side needs to destroy 3 of the dark side's objectives, which is what he has face down. To start the game, you shuffle your objectives. You have to have a minimum of 10. I don't know why I keep looking up at the camera. You can't see my face. So I shuffle. Then you choose 4 from the top. Destroy your mat. You look at them. You put 3 face down. And your 4th one goes on the bottom of your objective deck. So those are face down. And then we take turns revealing our objectives.
So the dark side will go first. I'll flip up my first one, which is constant submission. Limit one per objective deck. Resource value is increased by 1.
And then I would flip 1. I think that I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to go. You do 1, I do 1, you do 1. This way, if there is a reaction, which is like one of those forced things where if it says flip this card, draw a card, you have to do that. But I'm gonna flip Asteroid Sanctuary. When I win an edge battle, I draw a card.
My next one is Council of the Sith. Reaction after your opponent turn begins, I draw 1 card.
Bullshit card. Rebel Fleet. Only vehicle units can be declared as attackers against this objective.
That's my BS card. Last one for me is the Planet Prophetess. Each enemy unit committed to the force is 1/4 icon.
And then I get Across the Anoat Sector. This is Delta's probably least favorite card. It gives all my smuggler units a bomb while it is attacking alone.
I despise that card so much.
He absolutely despises it.
Next we go drawing our hand.
Which we get, what is it, 6 or 7?
It's 6. It stays in the bottom of the card here, your affiliation card.
Oh, yeah, okay. Right there. So we draw 6. And dark side goes first, I believe.
Yes, the dark side goes first. The dark side gets to draw 7 because of the constant submission. Gives me 1 extra resource value.
That would be the one that I destroy first. Try to.
Alright, so my first turn, I use a focus token to exhaust any one of these 4 objective resource values. I'm going to play Sith Library. It enhances my play area and gives me 1 extra resource. But I'm going to play 1 of these per turn.
Yes. And resources, these numbers over here are your resource. Like, I don't know if you can even see that. Our makeshift tripod here. But each one of these cards right now gives you 1. Some of them will give you 2. I drew into one that gave me 2. But I put it back to the bottom of my deck because these have better abilities. Usually the ones that give 2 don't have any abilities. And again, it's like Magic. If you have 4 lands, you could play creatures and spells. That costs a total of 4 mana.
Alright, I want to take this focus token to exhaust the remaining 4 of my resources. And this does come into play, available to use can play Emperor's Royal Guard. Protect is a protect character ability. If a character card I control would be damaged, you may place damage on this unit instead. And the other 2 resources are going to go to my Kawadi security team. Nothing special, just a blaster and bomb have win the edge battle. That's all I can do before my turn. I'm going to commit my Emperor's Royal Guard to the Force, thus flipping the Force struggle to the dark side. And this instructional video.
Since it's an instruction video, at the beginning of the turn, the dark side is supposed to turn the dial up 1. If that dial gets to 12 before I capture 3 objectives, the dark side wins. I think the game is set up for the dark side. It's really hard for the light side to win.
I think it can go vice versa. The dark side can win either by capturing all of his objective cards, which are this deck here, and these are on the field. But, however, the catch is, per each objective card captured, the Death Star dial increases by extra 1. So it goes by 1 per turn. If I was to take one of his objectives, it would go up by an extra 1 on the Death Star dial.
And then if you capture another one, the second objective, it would go up 2. The third one, it would go up 3.
So on and so forth. And if this stays in the side of the dark side, I turn the Death Star dial by 2 per turn instead of by 1, which is what this would indicate. And it's also, this is on the light side, he can damage any one of my objectives by 1. And that ends the dark side's turn. It's now the turn of the light side. But the dark side cannot attack on its first turn.
Just like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Can attack the first turn that you go. Now when you start your turn, you have the option to discard 1 card and draw 1 if you don't like your hand. I really don't like my hand.
It's good for me.
So I am going to discard 1. I'm going to put my discard pile over here because you can't see it over there. So I'm going to discard 1 and draw 1. All right. And then I'm going to play this event card. It's a 0. Each player draws 2 cards. I hate to give him cards, but like I said, my hand sucks. Alright. This is a little bit better. I am going to play Undercover Operative. I can reduce the cost to play this unit to 0 if each enemy objective is exhausted. He used all his resources, his objectives are all exhausted. Free character. Or free unit. So that means I got defense if I wanted it. And let's see. Oh, this really sucks. And I am also going to use all my resources. You have to make the stupid sounds. Play Dash Rendar. He is elite. While this unit is attacking alone, it gains a bomb for each card in the defending player's hand. Which means that I would have to use him. And then win any edge battle that would happen, and then basically kick ass with him. He's got a lot of cards in his hands, but I also know that he's got a lot of things that really fuck me up. So, you know what? I'm going to play it safe. I am going to commit my guy to the Force. Gives me 3 Force icons to your 2.
However, this reduces your Force icon count to 2. Thus, the balance of force is equal.
Yeah. Alright. Fine. I'm going to declare both of them to the Force. Just so I can flip this back
Each
to my...
enemy unit committed to the Force.
Each?
Yes.
What kind of bullshit is that?
So you just wasted 2
I
units to
did.
the Force.
I did. Oh well. No, it's your turn.
Alright,
That's called screwing up and not really knowing the game.
refresh step, inside dial increased by 2 for the balance of the force of the dark side.
That's why you need the force in this game.
And I shall refresh. Taking off all focus tokens off my resource. I have 6 cards currently in my hand. I don't mind really having any of these, except I will discard 1 to draw another. It's not too bad. Alright, so there's no resource to play another Sith library.
This game is all about resources. I think it's more resource based than even Magic. Now Delta over here said he made changes. He built his dark side deck and I built the light side deck. He said he made changes. He probably took out all the resource cards in this just to screw me up.
No, because when you do this in a tournament, you have to use both light and dark side. So I use the light side deck to where I would like to play with it. I prefer using the dark side over the light side.
He's an evil bastard.
That I am. Anyway.
I had yet to play as the dark side.
That's not true. You have before.
I have. Have I?
Yes.
When?
It was a long time ago what you have.
Long time ago
Oh,
in a
shut
galaxy far away.
So pay 3 resources.
I'm the Empire. I have resources. I can spam.
You can play Force Shockwave. Action, deal 1 damage to each enemy unit. Not. I just wasted that card.
You just wasted that
Yes,
card.
I most certainly did.
That card right there would have completely destroyed this guy at least and hurt him a lot had I not committed him to the Force. But
I didn't pay attention a minute ago. Now I didn't pay attention, so both have made mistakes in early rounds of the game. It was not that uncommon between us.
usually there's a lot more cursing and fighting involved.
That's just us. Considering I only have 2 resources left, there's not a whole lot more I can do, but for now, I shall end my turn.
Okay. I have 5 cards in my hand. Okay. For the record, I don't remember if you discard 1 and draw 1 before you refresh or afterwards. So I
Balance, refresh, draw. It tells you on the affiliation card.
balance. Okay. When do you drop 1? Is that that's the draw phase?
That's the draw phase.
Okay. So balance, everything's the same. Refresh.
Because it tells you this because within every phase, there's a player action phase. So technically, if he wanted to, he could play a card from his hand during his refresh step because it's a player action phase within the refresh step. Therefore, you could just get rid of a card.
Okay. I am going to discard 1. And then I'm going to draw to my maximum of 6. You took out all the friggin' resources.
No, you
dick.
you just shuffle really bad.
Whatever.
There are resources in that deck. I do
There's
promise.
no resources in this deck.
I plan to use that. I plan to use that deck in a tournament, so there are resources. In
Yeah, it's not going to work.
You just can't draw or shuffle to save your life.
Whatever.
That's why it's like Yu-Gi-Oh as well as Star Wars.
Let's see. I am
Okay, we're lucky in my draws.
pretty much screwed right now. So, no, really, I do.
I know you do. Especially when we play these games.
And I got the worst hand. It's not the worst hand, I just don't have resources to do anything freaking with him. That really pisses me off. You gave me Jedi affiliation, I'm playing 3. God, Oh, no wonder this sucks. Hate you.
There are methods to my madness.
You know what? No, I'm not doing that.
So I have one with that deck before.
I'm gonna do all 4.
I have one with that deck against my dark side deck. And Sleuth Scout. I really despise that card. However, fortunately for you, there are 2.
3 or higher cannot be declared as defenders.
And then both of mine are 2.
Alright. Whatever. And I'm gonna enhance him. So,
You want to explain the enhancement for those who can't read the card?
oh, I'm sorry. The first card I play, Sleuth Scout, says while this unit is attacking alone, enemy units with current cost 3 or higher cannot be declared as defenders, which is really good if you have a whole table full of high value enemies, but he doesn't have those. And Trust Your Feelings, enhance a character unit, and that basically equips it to, I'm equipping it to Dash Rendar. Action focuses enhancement to remove 1 focus token from enhanced unit. When you're equipped to the Force, if you actually go into battle, and normally, like if this guy were to attack, you'd focus him once to strike, and that would be that. At the next turn, you take 1 focus from each of your cards. When you're committed to the Force, you got to put 2. So that's how that works. So at the start of your next step, you do take 1 off, then I'd focus this and take the other one off. If it lasts that long.
You wasted that enhancement.
What?
Because Dash Rendar has Elite.
I did.
Elite
Elite
removes
says you can get rid of 2.
focus tokens.
Oh, it's midnight. I'm tired. Anyway. Let's see. Dash is going to attack your bottom one.
He's attacking the Planar Prophetess.
The one that says all my guys committed to the Force lose 1 icon, these little dots over here. And both of these guys are going to attack your bottom one.
No, the prayer blockers.
Okay. So now we go to a battle phase. See, the attacker has the option to go first. I'm going all. I guess I'm going to go all out here. So Dash is going to attack first, and I'm going to put 1 down.
I'll pass. Flip them?
You go 1 at a time.
No, flip them all at once.
You sure?
Yes. Twist of Fate.
Figures.
Twist of Fate resets the edge stack and creates a new edge battle.
And it's been so long since I've played this fucking game. I thought you flipped them 1 at a time. I had something that dealt 1 damage. I would have won that edge battle. But, anyway. So he wins the edge battle.
And I strike first.
So you strike first.
Manper's Royal Guard will do 2 damage to Dash Rendar.
Just going to go 2.
Because your undercover operative cannot do any damage because you do not win the edge battle.
Right. So now Dash. How many cards in your hand? 2. So Dash is going to hurt him and focus him. And deal 2 bombs to that one.
But then he'll strike. And
He's focused, he can't strike.
That's true, he cannot. And he's focused to strike. He's focused as well.
Once you commit a force, it's got to strike. He can't do any damage, but he still has to do something, so he's still focused. You can't attack the same objective twice. But my sleuth scout is going to attack your top one. He's focused and you deal 1 bomb, 2 bombs, and then an extra bomb for the.
That top one, correct?
Yeah. And I'm screwed, and you go.
For the record, for 3 turns now, I have forgotten to use this middle card to draw a card when my opponent's turn begins.
It's a shame that I didn't remind him of that, too.
When he was.
I forgot it anyway.
Alright, so the balance is a fresh step. Or
Excuse me.
remove 1 because he's committed to the force. Okay, so I have 2 cards in my hand, so I'll draw 4. Alright. So I will pay 1 for another Sith library.
Like I said, when you get resources, you can do stuff like that. If I paid 1, I can't hardly do anything else. Until I get some bloody resources. Bloody resources. And the Sith deck is stupid. It's like, he's got cards. Cast 3 to call and destroy all enemies that are committed to the force on your opponent's side of the field.
We don't have that kind of card.
They do have that kind of card.
I am paying.
Sith Lightning, deal 10 damage to the.
I am paying all 6.
It's going to be the ATST.
No, that's Imperial. I don't have Imperial in this deck.
I get a Darth Death Star.
The first one will be Force Lightning, destroy a target exhausted unit, which will be Dash Rendar.
Dash goes.
The other 3 are going to be for Deadly Sight. After phase begins, until the end of that phase, the target unit loses 2 Force icons and is destroyed if there's no Force icons. That leads to the Scout.
So it's. Let me see that. After phase begins until the end of the phase, the target unit loses 2 Force icons. Damn. Like I said, I can destroy any damn thing I want to because I am the Sith. Ooh, look at me, Darth Maul. I got 2 lightsabers. Fuck you.
He's a little bit upset about this.
Nah. I'm a lot upset about this, okay? I remember when I first built this deck, he couldn't beat me. He would get so...
That's not true. At first,
until you didn't let me finish the story, he would get so pissed off at me. And then he got the Sith. And he got all the friggin' expansions. And it's like, ooh, look at me, I'm Emperor Palpatine. I shoot lightning at you.
Since my quality security team is unexhausted, I don't want to do that though. I need a defender. I will not attack because I do need a defender. So the dark side will end its turn. And his turn has basically begun. Sash will draw a card, remembering to use that card this time.
So refresh. I get all my whopping 4 resources back. Now, once you commit a unit to the force, by the way, you cannot uncommit it unless there is a card.
Wait a minute. There was supposed to be 2 focused icons on that.
Are you right? See? We make mistakes. We try to tell each other. I would have actually told him had I remembered that card effect. We're competitive, but we try not to cheat.
This is a terrible first introductory video, but
2,
have mercy on all those commentators and trollers out there.
4, 5, 6.
We're both afraid of this game.
All right. So first, I am going to play a 0 cast for a resource. Hallelujah! And it's a 0 course. The only problem is it's also a unit, which means it's can actually be destroyed.
Which is great if I have that kind of card.
All right. All right. I do have 5, don't I? I want to do that. No, probably not. All right, I'm going to pay all 5. To play a hired hands, which after I lose a force struggle, destroy this unit.
Usually lost the force struggle.
Hmm?
Usually lost the force struggle.
The next force struggle we have, if I lose, it's automatically destroyed. But for now, that's pretty damn good. And Yoda, you seek Yoda. And I don't know why I did all 5. That's why, because I wasn't going to play hired hands. Oops. Oh well. I just wasted a resource, but it really doesn't matter. So now, hired hands. Yoda, you see, Yoda has a bomb and a tactics. The bomb is what destroys the objectives. Tactics lets you focus an enemy unit. If they're black, that means you can do it. And that's just the effect. If it's white, like this one, means you have to win your force struggle. Not force struggle.
Edge battle.
Edge battle. Yoda also has another ability. This unit gains 1 blaster for each point on the Death Star dial.
Which is fun.
So he's now got 5 blasters, 1 bomb, and 1 tactics. So, Yoda and hired hands first is going to attack this top card.
I'll declare quality security team as a defender.
Okay. So then we go to the force battle. And I put 1 down.
Also, place 1 down.
I'm not going to put any more down.
I'll place 1 more down.
I'm still not putting any more down.
Flip them over.
I just have 1.
I have 5. So I'll strike first. I'll deal 1 damage to the unit.
Now, when these blasters, they have to be a participating unit. When your participating unit is, I declare him, he declares. Now, these 2 are the only ones affected by the blasters. So he's going to deal 1 damage. I'm going to deal 1 damage to him.
However, I'm going to use Emperor's Royal Guard's ability. Protect character. If a character unit card you control will be dealt damage, you may place the damage on this unit instead.
That's fine.
So I'll place 1 damage to him to keep quality security team alive.
Alright. But he's focused. He still deals a bomb. Which one did I attack?
You attack the top one.
The top one. Okay. That was a little mistake on my part right there. I actually wasn't expecting him to defend. But that leaves Yoda free. So fortunately, I really hate to do that. Yeah, Yoda is going to attack the bottom one. And I'm going to place his tactics on him.
Alright, since there's no one to block, he gets a 1 bomb, 1 unopposed bonus, which gets it up to a total of 4 damage.
Right.
And it's not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet. And since I have nothing else that I can do, since I wasted a resource, You go.
Alright, so for the balance step, goes up by 2 more. Refreshing. I get a good draw here so I can put more in the field. Do more damage because I really need to win the next 2 turns.
He's got such an advantage right now. Because I have 2 of his objectives seriously wounded, but I have to get 3. And he's going up 2 times because I can't win the force battle. When you're focused like this, your icons don't count towards force, which makes it very difficult. And the tie always goes to the player who's already forced, who's already got control of the force.
I'm going to pay 3. For a Night Sister. Sister reaction after I commit the unit to the force to 1 damage to target objective. Quad security team. No, hold on. Don't want to do that. Oh, I forgot. And however, is that a forced reaction on the higher hands?
Yes, it is. Yes. Okay. All right. I lost the force, so he's automatically destroyed.
I wouldn't call him out on it, but it's a forced reaction, thus it has to
Right.
take place.
All right. All right. That's fine. I'm glad you called me out on it.
Okay, so the Quad Security Team and Night Sisters are both going to attack his bottom objective, which is now I cannot remember.
Across the it section.
And I will place down 1 edge card. I do know he has no defenders, which I do have that ability.
All right.
I will flip it, thus resulting in the win of the edge battle, thus enabling the ability of Human Droid Replica. His reactions after I win an edge battle, put this unit into play from my hand as a participating unit on my side. So that would be a total of 4 damage, because this is a target of opportunity. If you're an attacking player, deal 1 damage to the engaged objective.
That's 1,
And then the opposed bonus gives it 2 even, which is 5, thus destroying the objective.
So he gets that. And his Death Star dial goes up by 1.
And thus all 3 of these are exhausted.
Which means if I draw really well, it could be the game.
However, I'm not done yet. I will pay 2 more.
Wait, that one's already focused.
I'm sorry. For the Imperial Shadow Guard.
What does he do?
He's just 2 blasters, 2 toughness. He has had the ability to protect the unit that's committed to the force. So we also have to protect the things with each other.
Okay.
Let's see, I will commit Night Sister to the force just for her ability, which gives me 1 damage target in any objective, which will be the Rebel Alliance objective. Our force icon not count towards the struggle. However, it does do that 1 damage, which is what I was going for. And I shall end my turn, and his turn begins, so I draw another card.
Balance. I think I do this first. May the force be with you. After I commit a unit to the force, remove all force tokens from that unit. Sweet. Refresh. That is an awesome card at this point in the game, especially since I have Yoda up there with 5. Or 4 with that bottom card. And I draw. Yeah, I'm not going to just. 2.
How many cards in your hand?
Sorry. I didn't see what that was either. I'm going to focus R2D2 for some resources.
I'll do resources in that deck.
Not time.
So the problem.
It's probably not what I really needed, but that's what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, it still only leaves me with 5 resources right now. Let's see. I'm going to pay for 1, 2, 3, 4 to play the Moldy Crow. Moldy Crow has 4 bombs, but I have to win the edge battle for them to take effect. He's also elite, and all enemy units lose all instances of protect and shielding, which he doesn't have any right now. Let's see. Moldy Crow is going to attack your middle one.
I'm going to pay 1 for forced stasis. He's enters his combat phase. Target enemy character or creep. Wait, what?
It's a vehicle.
Never mind. I did finish that, so it doesn't work out. The, well, that's rather unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Don't like it. Well, at that point, the Imperial Shadow Guard will attempt to block the Moldy Crow.
Okay.
Just because I can't let you have all 3 in one turn.
Which right now that was his only option. Because if he didn't block, then
It's pretty much guaranteed death.
and force battle,
Edge battle.
edge battle. Sorry, 1. No more. No more.
Possible I might regret this, but so be it.
No more.
Let's do it again face to face.
Just 1.
Nope, I had 4. So I won the edge battle. Thus, Moldy Crow does no damage. I do 2 damage to Moldy Crow.
So I take 2 damage, and he's focused.
A safe one objective. Now let's see how the rest of this goes.
Undercover operative is going to attack your top one. 2 4. Nothing you can do about it, I don't think.
possibility. Question is, do I want to use it now? Yes, I shall use it now. I'm going to pay 1 for a force stasis. Enemy target enemy character or creature unit that unit cannot be declared as attacker or defender until the end of phase, which is combat phase.
So he's not focused.
He just can't attack or block until the end of the phase, which basically means he can't attack or block this turn.
So the bottom one does the force icons, the top one.
Does resource. Gives me an extra card in my hand, which that was when you attacked, so that's one they would part with.
Well, you said I couldn't even declare it. That's fine. Yoda is going to attack the bottom one.
We can do about it, so he gets 1.
And I'm going to focus him.
You can like him, I don't do.
I really don't. I get 1. Yay!
1 down and 2 to
Oh,
go.
wait. I meant to do an edge battle on that.
You're supposed to resolve now.
Alright. I meant to do an edge battle. Alright. I just lost this game. Just so you know. End of the phase, this goes bye-bye.
That's a nice shot.
What?
That's going to be a nice shot.
Like that. Here you go.
Alright, so balance phase. Dark side goes up by 2, which he should have tried to keep the force instead of using it as an attacker.
Nah. I did. I messed up big time.
So I draw a full hand. 5, 6 to Buffon. I'll place an objective first. I forgot about that. Part of the Empire. If the objective is destroyed, I automatically lose the game. I don't like that,
But
but
it takes 10 damage to kill.
so there's a little bit of leeway, but still, I having that card out there. I've avoided it if all possible.
It's pretty much the same as trying to destroy two objectives.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
Right, here's the deal. If I survive, I have to win next turn. Otherwise, or I have to get the force next turn. That's the only way I can live. If he takes an objective, I lose because the Death Star value goes up by 2. If he doesn't take an objective and I don't get the force back next turn, crap. The force struggle, I should have won it.
Pay figure.
He's not focused. All your guys are. Oh, it didn't matter. I destroyed it.
That's true. That's true.
But
She was focused.
But doesn't she, even if she's focused?
That's the other one. That's force rate.
No. So I should have won the force battle.
We both didn't catch it.
We both didn't catch it. Many misplays. The dial should be 9. But
Yeah. And for zero cast, I'm going to hit Dark Memories on the undercover operative.
yeah, so basically if I focus it, it's destroyed. That's an bullshit 0 cast. Just so you know.
And I'm going
It's
to.
like, here. This cost me nothing to pretty much stop you from doing anything.
I'm going to pay all 8.
He's going to win. I have no defenders now.
Scratch that. I have 7.
Yeah, you suck.
For a Coruscant Defense Fleet and a 501st Trooper.
He's got this shit.
Coruscant Defense Fleet has shielding, protect Coruscant, and the Coruscant card control will be damaged when place the damage instead. Basically, it helps bump the Council of the Sith card because it's a Coruscant card. If bumps up Heart of the Empire, not Council of the Sith. Basically, it makes it to where Heart of the Empire takes 15 damage with the Coruscant Defense Fleet instead of only 10. It's actually lucky Target does it one time. Not very likely as that happen. And then the 501st Trooper against the bomb while attacking a Hoth objective. Or as I can see, there's no Hoth objectives down there.
He won, basically, is what he's saying.
That's what it is, yeah. Okay. So, what's going to happen is the Hawaii security team, Night Sister, 501st Trooper, and Humanoid Replica are all going to attack his top objective because one of the starting damage is a dead only. So I put it down for the edge battle.
I can't defend. If I try to defend with him,
So you're not going to one card for the edge battle.
no, I am going to defend with him. Just so you don't automatically win the edge battle.